Greetings everyone, and welcome to my latest video. As you can see here, I have a package right here in front of me. I just received this yesterday, and this package is actually from one of my favorite YouTubers, and that is James, aka Chipsturs. If you have not checked out his channel, definitely check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description below and right here. Definitely check that out, click on that, check out his videos. Highly recommended, some really great videos, and a really great guy. But anyway, I received this package from him because I recently helped him out with some videos, his Dreamcast Online series. You could say I basically acted as a consultant for that, but he decided to send me a couple of gifts as a thanks for helping him out, and I really appreciate it. James, thank you so much for sending this to me. But anyway, I'll show you what I got here. So I'll take out one at a time here. So the first thing I have here is an Outrun handheld by Tiger Electronics. It was released in 1988. I think I've only had actually one of these before. A long time ago I had one, and someone ended up breaking it on me, but I did not have this particular one, so this is pretty cool. Definitely something cool to add to my collection. I'm going to show you some gameplay of this a bit later, but first I'm going to show you the second item in the package. And this I'm quite thrilled about. This is a Nintendo Game Watch. Not to be confused with the Nintendo Game & Watch. This is literally a game watch. As you can see, it has Tetris on it. So basically it's just a watch that you can play Tetris on. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to try it out yet because it requires a kind of a small watch battery that I do not currently have. But I'm definitely looking to get that and try it out in the future, and I plan on doing a video on that as well, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, on the bottom here it actually says it was manufactured in 1991, and it's a Nintendo licensed product, which I believe means it wasn't actually manufactured by Nintendo. It was made by a third party and just basically officially endorsed by them. As you can see on the back here, there are actually a couple other watches you can get, including a Legend of Zelda watch and a Super Mario Bros. 3 watch. I actually might be interested in getting these. They sound pretty cool. Might be cool to have all three of them, assuming there's only three of them. But definitely a really cool item. I'll open it up here so you can see it. Slide it right out here. And here we are. So the front of it has the LCD screen here, 4 face buttons and a couple buttons on the sides. And on the back you kind of have a brushed metal backing to it and a rubber strap. So definitely a really cool item. I'm really excited to have this. Thank you so much, James. It's really, really cool. But I imagine having this as a kid would have been awesome. Being able to bring it around, playing Tetris anywhere you want, that is really cool. But anyway, yeah, these are the 2 items I received. So next up, I'm going to show you some gameplay of the Outrun game. Alright guys, so now I'll try to show you some gameplay of the Outrun game. Unfortunately, the screen obviously isn't backlit, so it's going to be very hard to record this. I have a light shining directly on it, so hopefully you can at least make out basically what's going on the screen. The controls on everything are just pretty basic. You got your left and right button here to move the car left and right. Up on this button over here does high speed. It goes faster than normal. You just hold it down, and back does brake. And up here we have the off button here. The on and start button is a combination, so when it's on it acts as a start button. This button here doesn't seem to have a function, which is kind of weird. I guess they use the same generic hardware for all the games, so this might be used in some other games. And this turns the sound on and off, which you actually may want to do because the sound can get a little annoying after a while. But anyway, let's start it up. You turn it on, and you accelerate without pressing any buttons. But if you want to go faster, you press the high speed. So the goal of the game is pretty simple. All you got to do is get from start to finish in a certain amount of time. There is a countdown timer in the top right of the screen. I don't think you can quite make it out there, but it is there. But you want to make it from start to finish without crashing. You can crash, but obviously that's going to take up time. So you want to avoid doing that. You do come up on some other cars at certain points, but they don't show up too often at the beginning. On the later levels, you'll start to see more cars, but right now there's only one every once in a while. Trying not to crash here. As you can see, I went off road. If you don't press any buttons while going around a corner, you will crash. So you're going to make sure you're turning when going around the corners. As you can probably tell, the sound effects are definitely pretty primitive. I just actually crashed into the back of that car there. But they might get a little annoying after a while, but you know, can't expect too much from handheld from the 80s. Play some sound effects once you finish the race. And in order to continue, you press the start button. It shows your score up in the top right after each level, or each track. And so that's basically what the game is all about. There's not much else to show. Like I said, the traffic does get heavier on the later levels, but it's basically the same track on each level. It doesn't really change too much. But yeah, that has been some gameplay of the Outrun handheld. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps it up. Again, a big thank you to James for sending these things to me. I really appreciate it. Obviously I would have done it for nothing, but he was very kind enough to send this stuff to me, and I really appreciate it. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and hope you've enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks again for watching.